Hello, and welcome to our presentation for Scenario B by Susan, Jonathan, Anne, and Jane. We will begin by describing our assignment and how it connects to the learning objectives. Our assignment is to create a website that will enhance students' learning of adult assessment. In groups of 3 to 4, students will create a website providing information on topics learned in the class, as if they were giving this information to someone who has little knowledge of the course. The website should demonstrate a variety of assessment methods and teaching strategies that will enhance the learning experiences of students. This assignment is to be in APA format, including both in-text citations as well as a reference page. The purpose of this assignment was to meet certain learning objectives. The following slides will discuss the purpose of the assignment as it relates to the learning objectives. Our first learning objective students will achieve is to locate, compile, and compare information pertaining to assessment from higher educational resources and organizations. The students would use organizations such as the American Council on Education and the Coalition of Lifelong Learning. They will meet this objective in website creation, as students are required to find resources provided in the course or seek out their own resources and compare this information to what was taught in class and highlight the important information on their website. The second learning objective students will meet is applying digital technologies that support assessment processes. This website will convey information about the process of assessment from the creation of learning objectives to assignment types as well as rubric design. The students will also access online resources that were provided in the course to help support their knowledge of the assessment process. The final learning objective was to analyze, develop, and critique assessment methods. The students will do this through the information they provide on their website. They will be exploring a variety of assessment methods and comparing them to one another to assess strong and weak points for all methods. They will also research the assessment methods to develop a deeper understanding for them. We will now provide information that we would give to our students to help them with getting started with their assignment. This slide provides example sites for both a simple setup and more complex websites where the student would have to code their own website. After the website is complete, the student would be required to submit the URL via the discussion board. After the students have picked which format of website they will use, they will be provided these guiding questions as to the type of information that should be provided on their website. The following are questions we feel should be answered by the student on their website. Please take a moment to pause the video and read the questions. Again, please pause the video and read these questions. We would also tell the students that yes, we are aware that they can find the answers to all of these questions listed above in the videos and course materials which are indicated in the brackets. However, they would need to be more creative to attack more readers with limited knowledge of these concepts. We would also tell them to use a variety of mediums, including music, text, pictures, and other visual aids, etc., that they think are interesting and can enhance the value of the website. This next slide lays out our rubric for the assignment. Please take a moment to pause the video and read over the rubric. And again, please pause the video to read over our rubric. The following is a summary of how we got to our final product. Our fine group of 4 students collaborated on the PBL successfully and opted to stay as a group for this final assignment. We independently reviewed the assignment and scheduled our first meeting using the virtual classroom, where the discussion was directed at our understanding and perception of the assignment, accompanied with the objectives. Roles and responsibilities and timelines were also discussed and agreed upon. We focused first on the learning objectives that we wished the students to reach, and using the backwards design by Wiggins and McTighe, 1998, we developed an assignment based on those objectives. We applied our knowledge of Bloom's taxonomy of cognitive processes from Forehand, 2005, and ensured the involvement of core principles of effective assessment from the Center for the Study of Higher Education, 2002, and the American Association for Higher Education, 1996, to help create a well-rounded assignment and assignment description. After we had our assignment planned out to meet our learning objectives, we then moved on to the rubric. referencing the verb wheel based on Bloom's taxonomy provided by Cal State Teach 2012, we created a rubric that explains how students will achieve each of the learning objectives. We developed specific mechanisms of communication via email and virtual room for specifically scheduled meetings, understanding that effective communication is a fundamental aspect of group work. We were each responsible for a role in completion of the assignment based on interest and strength. We respected each team member's input and constructive criticism was welcomed. The understanding of objectives of this assignment and amalgamating personal goals when working in a group atmosphere was the pinnacle of our success. It has been a most positive experience that will be carried with us throughout our future endeavors. Here's a list of our references that were used in the presentation. Thank you for watching.